Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done a lot of posting recently. I've been working on the Scout, getting it up and running, finishing up the little touches that were kind of boring to make a little video out. But I figured that we'd do an overview of the Scout. I'll put in some pictures of when we got it, the kind of build process pictures that I have of stripping the whole thing down to essentially the frame, a cowl, and a windshield. Having to fix the fenders, the whole floor, interior. So I think we'll start at the front of it and then we'll go back. So we've got, so it's the stock bezel trim, stock grille surround, and the sheet metal. There used to be marker lights down here, but I shaved those out and we went with an S10, square body S10 front bumper. This Scout logo and grill, I did the grill just out of some mesh I had. The Scout logo was off the Scout 2 generation. And then we updated with some LED headlights that have the running light, turn signal, everything built into them. I don't have these marker lights hooked up. We might do a fog light or something. Under the hood, so we've got a power brakes now with a dual master. It's still a drum setup. We've got a brand new steering column down to a Prius power steering, 305 Chevy, battery over there, rad off of Facebook Marketplace. So the tops of the fenders were rotten and fixed with ductwork. So I cut those apart, made new fender tops. The hood underneath the cross section here was all rotten. The rockers, there were no rockers all the way across. The floor was all made of wood and shelf brackets. So now we've done laser cut pedals, and then my wife filled them with epoxy and glitter. The dash is all gauges that light up different colors. When I put this in the first time, the gauges didn't want to hold the color, so I put in these buttons here on each one so you can match them to whatever color you want. They were turning on and 3 would be the same color and 2 wouldn't be. So we've got speedo, all the gauges, no tack. Steering column is a brand new tilt column. Obviously ignition is off to the side here. The radio, so this originally was for changing the lights. We kept it in there just for now. Might hook it up to something else. Our horn is here. Nothing behind the speaker grill. Glove box is empty, but we did keep all the trim that shows it's a Scout 800B. So motor, like I said, 305. Transmission is turbo 350. And then we went with a Jenny shifter on the 350 and just put a nice boot on it for now. Seats are Corvair seats, and they've had 4 inches taken out of the middle, so they've been narrowed down, and then my dad reupholstered them. And the rear seat is out of a 79 F100, and it's been narrowed 20 inches, so it's still on the sliders. The backrest can still tilt down. And then all the floor work, wheel tubs, all of that is brand new. We've got 7 sheets of sheet metal in the truck right now. All the supports underneath are 1x2 in multiple places. It's got a 3-inch lift kit. Well, we'll finish doing the body and then we'll get into that. So in the back, we've got our tail lights. The orange section does sequential across. Reverse lights there, I still got to finish wiring them in. Got the heart-shaped exhaust tips. It didn't come with a tailgate, so we had to buy this one off eBay and cost about half of what we paid for the truck. And then they used to have a lever in here. This one didn't come with it to lock the hatch, to lock the tailgate. So right now it's got some bear claws in it. I'll do a push button here so it's easier to open up. But threw all the seat belts in it too. a lot more room. This originally would have come down here, kicked out, and then come down. So I wanted to give as much room as we could. So I flattened out all of that. Well, it wasn't even there when we bought the truck. And created more space, smaller wheel tubs, so we can put a system in or whatever my wife wants to do. There is still a roll cage I got to build for it. We're going to do a 6-point cage. All of this, the sheet metal got cut out, and I put 3/16 plate in there for my strikers, and then on the inside, some spots for a wrench to fit in. Right here, I took a 54 Chevy gas door, and then our fuel tank is under there. So it's all hidden. These trucks, they used to have the fuel tanks. There was one fuel tank filler here, and then the tank would come and fit in that pocket, and then sometimes they had another one that was back here. There were marker lights that used to be here, shaved them out. And then same thing on this side. The issues that I had on the one side, I obviously had on the other side. So this whole top rail was gone. So this is a 1x2 welded across. You can see it on the end here. The doors, the hinges for the doors were frozen and completely screwed. When I tried getting them out, the brackets broke or the bolts broke. They were toast, so I'll make up some door latches. Ones that we can take the doors on and off too. But these doors, they don't have a big frame. Like there's no frame that comes up and over like that. It's just flat across. And then you get to the vent window and it goes up. So we'll run a roll bar up through here, another one here, and then at the back, and then we'll have some upper supports where the bikini top will fit onto it. And then as far as suspension, it's factory leaf springs. Let's get a light. So it's factory leaf springs with all brand new polyurethane bushings in them. And then I did all the brackets for the 3-inch lift and the shackles. All the way around, so the back matches, and then the front hangers. It's got 2-inch exhaust throughout, and the fuel tank, made the fuel tank to match the truck in between the frame rails. So that's brand new. All new brake lines, all new brakes throughout. Fuel lines, all new. So as far as getting on the road, there's a couple little things that I just want to work out before it hits the road, but it's pretty much there. Obviously without plates on it, I haven't tested it and put any miles on it, but we've had it running. The heat seems to be good. It doesn't overheat. Seating position's comfortable. We did have an original steering column in here. When it came to me, when we bought it, it was just a piece of shafting welded to the end link for the original steering box. So I did a 54 Chevy to a Prius to the factory box, and it worked fine, but the steering wheel position was too low. So when you were trying to get in and out, it didn't have enough room here. So that's all been fixed with the tilt column. Plus the light issues of the turn signals weren't really working out too well. So I'll show you here. So that's our headlights. We do our turn signal. So it turns off the running light and turns on an amber. And then inside the wheel well, I did a light in there. So at night you get a little bit of view in from the side. And then on the back, you can see that orange moving across. The whole truck has been rewired with a Haywire kit, and that's tucked in behind, well, not in behind, but in the glove box area. So the Haywire kit. Those relays are for the fan and the power steering. Rear bumper is off of a square body S10 as well. They just worked out perfect. So found that at a swap meet for $80. Chrome's in awesome shape. And then last week we went and bought the front bumper. That was a little bit more, it was $150, but it fits the truck and looks great. My buddy Derek did up a quick Photoshop of what it would look like on there, and it was the best choice. Easiest to come across too. Was thinking square body Ranger or Baby Bronco, but the prices of those are a little bit higher. The glass, we'll redo the glass one day. It's got some frosting in between the laminations, but super happy with how it turned out. Running these 15-inch turbines. Tires are 33 inches tall. Those turbines were on my dad's Jeep that he's had since I was like 7 or 8, probably younger. So it's cool that those are still around and we're using them. I think that's about it. I'll, as you've been watching this, I plugged in some photos of the build process. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Next we'll probably be moving on to, we'll do a quick video, I think, of putting an engine in a 48. We'll do maybe some work on the 54 and then get the 57 back here. So keep following along. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.